This is an open letter to Masahiro Sakurai. Dear Mr. Sakurai, you have suggested in an interview with Kotaku that the Subspace Emissary or a single-player mode of that kind will not appear in the next Super Smash Bros. I take this to be very bad news. So I want to convince you and your team to change your decision. Here are 10 reasons why Subspace Emissary is my favourite mode in any Super Smash Bros. Game. What do you think, Tepik? Thanks, Tepik. He still prefers adventure mode in Malay.
Number 10. Lots of collectibles. Scattered around each level are trophies and stickers to collect, including special trophies you can only attain through Subspace Emissary. It turns up the dial on the replay value, especially once you have unlocked the ability to play old stages with any characters you'd like. Trophies of enemies can only be obtained by throwing a trophy base item at them. It's like, gotta catch 'em all over again. Number 9. Drop in, drop out co-op. And I don't mean my daily life, where I'm always dropping in and out of the co-op. The Subspace Emissary can be played with 2 players as well as just 1. In one-on-one battles and sections of the game where only 1 character is present, 2 players can still play. Play some stages alone, play a couple more in co-op, and then go back to solo play. No problems. I've just remembered I need something from the co-op. Be right back. Number 8. Stickers. So I mentioned that you collect stickers. What do they do then? Instead of characters leveling up, you can apply stickers to their trophy base. This gives the character better battle stats, knockback resistance, or gives them extra things such as starting with a particular weapon. But there's an element of strategy involved. You can't just have as many perks as you want. You can put as many stickers on the trophy as you wish, but you can't overlap them. So you have to think really carefully about where on the trophy you place them and what size stickers you use. Or you can do what I do, just hit random and go with whatever setup you like best. Number 7. FMV sequences. Subspace Emissary's story is told through full motion video. It's luscious to look at and will pause at the end to allow you to pick your character. It's cool and it's neat. There's not much more I can say than that actually. Each stage is framed with videos, and you get the joy of discovering what happens next each time an FMV starts playing. They're probably the reason why BRAW is a dual layer DVD instead of a single layer. Number 6. The Great Maze. The last level of the game is a giant maze, reminiscent of Kirby in the Amazing Mirror. It's a group of rooms all linked together, and contains possessed versions of each of the in-game characters that must all be defeated in order to complete the maze. It's a challenging stage and goes on for a long time. It's a fantastic example of clever game design and recycling. Make the final stage effectively every stage so far back to back, but it doesn't seem cheaply copied and pasted. Instead, it feels like you went through the training and now it's on to the main show. Because it reminds me of my favourite Kirby game of all time, it wins extra points. If you've never played Amazing Mirror, you owe it to yourself. Yes, whether you're a fan of the Kirby series or not, Amazing Mirror is my absolute favourite in the entire series. Number 5. Boss Battles. The Subspace Emissary is riddled with boss battles, including fights against Nintendo characters such as P.T. Piranha and Ridley, who aren't playable by any normal means. I really appreciated their inclusion, as it seemed a natural and brilliant combination. There are only 10 exclusive bosses, but they're all interesting. Ever wanted to take down Rayquaza, legendary 3rd generation Pokemon? As Diddy Kong? The boss battles are also playable outside of Subspace Emissary in an all-star style mode, but it just isn't the same. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. Don't you? Number 4. No Smash Balls anywhere. I really dislike Smash Balls. In my opinion, they grossly break the balance of the game. The good news is that Smash Balls never appear in the Subspace Emissary mode. So firstly, that stops the enemy using them for easy KOs, and it makes the journey more challenging because you can't rely on those cheap final smash moves. Makes me happy. Number 3. A method of unlocking characters. If, like me, you only delve into the arcade mode a little, you'll be glad to know that all of the game's characters can be unlocked through Subspace Emissary. When that message pops up to say they've joined your team, they've also been added to the game's roster. Not only is it the simplest way to unlock all the characters, the game forces you to play as most of them, making the discovery of their moves far more rewarding. If you didn't have a strategy guide or a hint book, or the internet back in the days of Melee and the original Smash Brothers, you pretty much unlock characters at random because the criteria wasn't obvious. I like that it's simple to unlock characters this way. You meet them, greet them, and then you take to the streets with them. It's quick and it's efficient. Number 2. Top-notch presentation. The game could look like arse and we wouldn't care, but it doesn't look like arse. It looks incredible for its age. BRAW was impressive at the time and still impressive now. The textures on the levels are nice and realistic, the backdrops are all still images, but fit quite nicely, and the environments themselves are designed well. I can't fault the level design, the presentation, or the sound direction. Each level features arrangements of music from the games which inspired each of them, including some nicely remixed Metal Gear Solid music for Snake's sneaking sections aboard the Halberd. Best remix in the game goes to Sticker Brush Symphony, a great tune and a smashing remix, corker of a level too. Number 1. Still fresh. I went back to Subspace Emissary just this weekend and started over from the beginning, and the mode is still super fresh. I mean it. I mean it. You get games where they grow dull, or you never want to play them again, but Subspace Emissary is just as satisfying to play through now as it was back when the game came out and I bought that sucker on release day. I'd forgotten a lot of it, which isn't a comment on the game, it did come out almost 6 years ago. It's a well put together mode, and I mourn its exclusion from the next Smash Brothers. So if you're watching this, Mr. Sakurai, I just want to let you know this again. BRAW's Subspace Emissary mode is my favourite single player mode across all of the Smash Brothers games. It doesn't need to return with a long-winded story, it doesn't need to return with the high-quality video sequences, but the core gameplay needs to return. I love this mode absolutely to bits, and I know lots of other people do, too. Please make me and the other supporters of your franchise happy. We'd like to play through stages and beat up enemies. We'd like to unlock characters by finding them and having them join our team. We like being able to play this mode alone, or with a friend. If this style of single player mode isn't going to return, then please make sure you keep these 10 points in mind. Think about how to make the mode memorable and impressive. I have faith in you and your team. Please, please don't make my faith misguided. Thank you for watching.